our next speaker is someone that pioneered something no one else in his field had done. He decided to apply all of the clinical practice that he was being trained in in his own health sector, in his own workforce. And from pioneering the research of burnout in low and middle income countries, he was able to secure funding and publish his work in a lot of notable journals. And through this, he established, or with him and other colleagues, established the organization that is now IMEGH. And through that, they were able to make this conference happen. Now, with a huge round of applause, please allow me to welcome the person that has made all of this happen, Dr. Eugene.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm very happy to be here. As he said, my name is Dr. Eugene TUYISHIME. This was an idea a few years ago, so it's very interesting to see this happening. I may be a little bit emotional, but dear honorable guests, protocol observed, speakers, our partners, all sponsors, I welcome you to this conference. Thank you for coming. I want to start by really recognizing contributors to this conference because we could not do it alone. So first, I will recognize the Minister of Health, RBC, the University of Rwanda. I will recognize also MEDWELL. They did a fantastic job to make this happen. Operation Smile, the Rwandan Society of Anesthesia and Critical Care, and also I would like to recognize the World Federation Society of Anesthesiologists. So through that network, because my colleague who is the chair of my committee on wellness, who is here to support us, Dr. Rodrigo, so I managed to get a lot of speakers, and we're going to hear from them from across the world, from Asia, Europe, from US, across the world really, and I think we are going to enjoy the program that we have developed for all of us. So before I say why I think this conference is important, I want to share a personal story. How did I become passionate about wellness? So one day I was on call, after 48 hours call, and then I go to ATM machine. I try to remember 4 numbers. I can't remember them. I said, what is happening? And then I was also a volleyball player for my national team. So my coach is calling me, oh, come to the training. I said, wow, so I can't do the training. I can't even get the money to take the motorcycle. So what is happening? Then I had to do a little bit of research because whenever I was saying, they thought I was complaining. And I said, oh, this is what's happening in other countries. So wellness is an issue. So people are some people get suicide from that. People have depression. I said, no one will believe me. So I was the assistant chief of residence, so I had to find evidence so that people can believe me. So that's how actually I did the first research. And then I showed that 25% to 50%, they have burnout, but 50% have high risk of burnout. They said, oh, that's not enough. So I said, okay, we do qualitative study. So let's say how those people live their life. So we documented everything. So we showed how people get fatigued to the level of falling down in the operating room. Then people started realizing it's a problem. But again, all the research we do, it doesn't mean that everyone who makes a decision gets time to read it. So I said, we have to do advocacy. I don't want to be the person who is complaining. So what can we do? And that's how the Global Wellness Security Conference came from an idea to be here today. So again, we have a lot of innovation we have shown to show proof of concept of the things that we can do to make wellness possible. So one of the things we have done with MEDWELL is to have wellness clubs. It's a platform where people sit together to support each other, do sport. My background in sport showed me that sport was important. And once they are together, also they come up with solutions. So that's one area. But also at the end, I will show our innovative app, where we can give the app to the organization. So in that, we can find ways to track the outcomes of wellness. And in that way, So what do I need really people to take away from the conference? It's two simple things. First, let's do at individual level. Let's prioritize wellness as individual. Then for decision makers and also all of us collectively, let's work on the system level to find ways to make wellness a priority, because there is no way you can take care of people if you are not feeling well. So with that, I would like to thank you and welcome you to this conference. And we are going to see our innovation app for a few minutes. Thank you very much.